We're on this sheet, network days and the workday function. Now, these IT functions were brought to bring order to chaos. So earlier, let me zoom in a bit here. So earlier, there was a big chaos in calculating the timelines. So calculating project timelines was a tedious task. So user had to manually exclude weekends and holidays when figuring out how many days a task would take, when the project would end, how many working days are left. And this was especially painful in industries like project management, HR, finance, where working days matter more than the calendar days. So introduced in Excel 2003, the network days function became the hero for calculating number of working days between the 2 days. It automatically excluded weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. It allowed user to specify holidays to skip. It was a perfect for answering how many working days are between two dates. Later, Excel also introduced Network Days International, a more flexible version that let user combine weekends, for example, Fridays and Saturdays, or Sunday only weekends. Let's see that in an action here. So we are on this sheet. We have some project details here. We have some project numbers, and we have a start date, we have an end date, we have a project length. Now we are calculating the project length simply by subtracting these two dates here, and we see that we're simply subtracting these two dates. But is this a correct way to calculate the project length of the project? Probably no, because the project of the length. Now, if you bill client with 103 days, okay, you say that okay, our project ran for 103 days. Client may come back to you and tell you that okay, we didn't work on weekdays, and I'm gonna only pay for the working days, the days you actually worked on. I'll not pay for holidays. I'll not pay for your the days that you have not worked on. Over in column G, I've got put in some holidays here. And let's name this range holidays. And I'm going to rename to holidays, press enter. So there we have holidays. Now, we want to calculate the working days altogether. In the function, there are two functions here. The first function is work network days equal network days. Network days returns the number of a whole work days between two dates. It will take Saturdays and Sundays by default as a holiday. So you can use network days, start date, and end date. And you have holidays, and I've already named holidays to holidays, and I can select all the holidays, press enter. We'll get 70 working days. Now imagine you have actually worked for 70 days and you're charging client for 103 days. It's going to be a problem here. You got a lot of explanation to do. So over here, of course, you client would say that, okay, yeah, it's not fair. And you can copy this down to calculate all the working days here, and you can see the difference here between two dates. What is the difference? How many days difference is there? But you might say, okay, not every customer has Saturdays and Sundays off. I may have Fridays and Saturdays off, or maybe I have Sundays off only. So what do I do in those cases? We worked on Saturdays. We didn't took off on Saturdays and Sundays. We took off only on Sundays. So is there a function for that can include only one weekend? Yes. The near function is called Network Days International. It gives you an opportunity to pick and choose the weekends that you want. Of course, my start date will become a start date, end date will remain an end date. Weekend. Now, which weekend you want to use? If you don't choose anything, it will become Saturdays and Sundays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you have Sundays only, so you can pick up 11. And holidays, I've already renamed it. Holidays. And press enter. And you got 85. So you got 15 more days that you have worked here if you compare to Saturdays and Sundays. So you have 85 number of days that you have worked on actually. If you take only Sundays off, and of course you can now this holiday list can grow or shrink. You may not have holidays at all. You say we have not taken any holidays, so you can remove it, and you might have 4 more days here. So this is optional. You want, you can use it. If you don't want, you can skip it as well. Here we have a start date, and the client says the project need to run for 60 days, working days. Can you give me the end date? And you might say, okay, why not? So as a novice, somebody might say, okay, this the new end date will be this plus 60 days, right? Which will become this. And then before sending it to client, you were talking to your manager, maybe showing him what you have calculated, and he says, did you only included the working days? Because the client says project length is 60 working days, not 60 days. So we will end up paying working more because you have not considered the weekends, the holidays, and so on. So please consider this and use a different function for this. And you may want to use what function do we want to use? So sometimes a story can come to your mind, an incident can come to your mind, and an answer that is different but equally important question. If I start today, what will be the end date after 10 working days? Now, we have a function here called workday. And again, we got two options here, workdays and workdays international. So it added or subtracted working days from a start date. It skipped weekends and holidays. It was ideal for project planning, delivery estimates, and task scheduling. Like a sibling, Workday also have evolved and introduced Workday International, allowing users to define custom weekends. Now, companion function workdays and start date is this. How many days do you want to work? 60 days. Holidays, you have holidays here. And close the parentheses, press enter. You got a number here. Don't worry. Let's put this into short date. And here it is, 4th February, around a month pay later. Wow. So if you have given this date, you would be end up working in one extra entire month. So this is way too much. And if you choose to, now you have used, if I choose Workdays International, I have a start date, I have an end date, and you say, okay, we'll take only Saturday off, not Sunday off. You can choose. And then you have holidays, press enter. You have another date here. We'll format it to date. You have 18th January 2019. So if you take 2 days off, you are spending one more month. If you're taking one day off, you are spending uh, till 18th January. And if I don't take any off, then you already have a date here that you didn't, that you simply added up, right? So we have these dates out there. So these dates are used to calculate the work days and the network days. Very powerful these functions here. Uh, network days and work days used in a variety of different ways to calculate some dates differences, calculating weekends or excluding weekends, and when you want to do some calculation that includes the working days. In normally when you have uh, when you're in corporate, you have a lot of days uh, calculation that includes or excludes the working days. Example, in perfect scenarios where you want to decide whether you want to use Workdays or Network Days International or the local functions? Well, if it up to me, I would rather say use a that is far more important. That is more important. Use an international function rather than domestic function. It gives you much more liberty. It gives you much more liberty and or calculating the. It gives you much more liberty in calculating or designing the weekends. So all up to you, and you can decide where you want to use, which function you want to use, how you want to use. I've already explained how you want to use. So invariably, workdays and network days functions are very powerful tools in Excel for handling date calculations that involve work days or working days.